earns less.
You're the one saying it, and this is why it hurts. A situation can change. Things can change. So it might start off me being the breadwinner, and then things change. And also, what I find here that's very toxic, and even the girls are saying that, and it hurts.
But for me, I don't see myself working. I don't see myself getting a 9 to 5. I want to be. Hold on a minute.
Wait.
I want to be with a man who's a provider, who will allow me to be a housewife. I want to be a lady of leisure.
Tell me about the birthday thing you told me, please. I wouldn't buy
a man a birthday gift. No, he has me.
Stop. I'm so sorry. You yourself, you're useless. You're useless. One question, that is it, yeah. What happens now, yeah? God forbid, if your husband gets sick and it can't work?
Then I have to find a new one.
Hey.
Wow. Well, I think for oh my God. I think I can be a full housewife, and I just think I want to eat my cake and have it, because I want a man that can provide for me. I don't want a man that, fine, if he's earning less and I'm earning more, it's actually okay. But if I'm not really earning more and it is earning less, no, I can't stand that kind of relationship, because leave the fact that leave that fact.
This less they're talking about, it's not forever now. Is it forever? You just, for the meantime, I can cope with a guy that is earning less and I'm earning more. Yes, I can. And I don't like the fact that the lady said she's going to find a new husband. Like, did they buy him? For my case,
I just think that from my own point of view, I feel that she loves this life that ladies lives now, that the man gets to do everything for you and you just stay at home. But for me, if I'm earning more and the guy is earning less, there's no problem about it.
No, I'm not even condemning the fact.
But if I'm earning less and the guy too is earning less, no. See, even
let me
love
question.
is sweet, but when money enters, love is sweeter. So.
I think the problem we have is that we have very wrong notions about certain things in life.
Okay.
Now, you said that if he's earning less and you are earning less, what's the definition of earning less? I think for a person to consider marriage, it means he or she can provide the basic needs.
Yes.
Now, we're not talking extravagance, we're not talking
the
things
basic,
outside the daily need. We're talking the basic needs.
Yes.
Now, earning less, so to say, could just mean that the proportion at which you can provide for those basic needs is still just minimal, but not that you don't have them. So if you say you cannot be with someone because he's earning less and you're earning less, just help me define less in that context.
What I'm trying to say is that, okay, let's take for example, I'm earning maybe like 20k in a month, and I have a guy that is earning maybe like 15k in a month. All of us here, we know that money is not enough. First off, we shouldn't have considered marriage. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, maybe, they used to say that love is blind. You will not see. But maybe my own love can see. I'm just saying that love is blind. So maybe we now eventually get married with that 15k and 20k. Do you think that can help? We'll get frustrated at the very end of this marriage, because 20k is not even enough to give birth or to even buy anything that has to do with what I'm trying to say is that
Nigeria is
now what my less and less, like if I'm earning less and if it's then less, is that we shouldn't have even considered marriage in the first place when we know that we cannot even provide basic needs for ourselves.
I think the problem is, if you give an instance, I think that instance doesn't really count, because logically speaking, nobody would be so blinded by love to get married to 20k, 15k.
No. That's your point of view. That's your point of view. You are going to speak for yourself. You cannot do it, but people are doing it. If people are not doing it, I think that children would not. We won't see children on the road. We won't see them running around to let people buy pure water from them or that. Or don't you see it? At least we all see it. Children will run around. See, so you are speaking from, this is your own point of view, that you cannot do it. Fine, that's acceptable. But people are doing it. But they believe in Olorumashe. You don't get it. Our parents did this thing. Do you understand that? Now, if you look at it statistically, sorry please Tolu, if you look at it statistically, our parents did this thing. They believed in Olorumashe. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they had a lot of children. Though fine, we went to school, but if there was money, there would have been a catalyst that pushed us to a very good beginning.
I think we need to agree generally that there's a problem.
Yes.
There's a problem with the general conception of love and marriage.
Okay.
Because love and marriage now is based on certain unrealistic principles or unrealistic facts. I mean, how does the lady say that? What's even the idea behind earning less and earning more? Like, when did we define? When did we put a definition to what is earning less and a definition to what is earning more? I mean, I feel situations happen in marriage, things happen in marriage, and then there are highs and lows, there are ups and downs. But like, this lady clearly doesn't have common sense. This lady clearly doesn't know what she's saying. She doesn't have a grasp of life. She's just talking trash. In fact, it's annoying.
Yeah, that was what the guy said, that you're just opening your mouth and start saying blah 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 blah. Everything you're saying is rubbish. Anyway, my own conception about this whole topic is that I can actually do with a guy that is earning less. When I mean less, I don't mean like you don't earn at all. You should bring something to the table. I understand your own perception, but my own, I can date somebody that is earning less.
I think this is beyond date now. This is marriage now.
Yes, even in marriage, I can.
I think the focus should be marriage, not even date now.
I can marry. Okay, let me put it that way.
Yes.
I can marry somebody that is earning less and I'm earning higher.
You're earning more than.
Yes, I'm earning more than the person, because you have to bring something to the table. Not that you will not bring anything to the table at all. That's not what we are saying. Because expenses, everything is going up these days, and you cannot just sit back and relax and say, all on my share, like you said. No, I can't cope with all on my share.
I just feel that for any less, and there is more to marriage. This thing, it takes forever. It takes endurance. It takes perseverance.
Yes, that's why it is called marriage. You have to persevere. You have to endure. There are times that there are times that things will get bad, and there are times that things will get good, better.
See, if it's earning, maybe okay. You see, let me give you an instance. Maybe we are married now, and maybe one thing happened and that, and it started earning less. Fine, I can still enjoy that kind of thing. But going into the marriage with my eyes, because my own love is using glass, going into the marriage with my eyes wide open, and I can see that he's earning less. No, I can't. Okay. It's not that maybe I want to be a full housewife. I have a career of my own, but still, it takes two to tango. I can't generally.
Before you talk, Kunle, you want to say something?
Yes. So this is the thing. Ideally, no sane person.
Okay.
Because I understand the fact that you must look out for yourself.
Yes.
You must look out for your future.
Okay.
You must look out for I'm going on an eternal journey, so to say, with this person. We tend to shift the spotlight from the lady and the guy to the guy. So when it comes to marriage, we talk less about what the lady can do or what the lady should do, because this is not. Hold on. Now the thing is, we have so how do I put this? We have so constructed the society to just focus on the guy when it comes to marriage. It seems like it's only the guy doing the thing. Why is there a talk of the guy earning less? Why is it a problem? But then if the lady's earning less, it's not a problem. That's the problem.
Saying it's not a problem. No.
Because that's what Oyin is saying now. Okay. Because Oyin can be comfortable.
And that is our own perception about it.
And I'm talking about a perception.
Okay.
So Oyin is okay with. You feel that's a perception, but that's a general perception. Most ladies can actually be okay with the guy earning more and the lady earning less. There is no problem with that. They see it as a normal thing. But when the guy suddenly once the tide turns, or once it just happens that somehow the guy earns little than
he's the head of the family. It's not just your head. You have to bring something to the table. You can't tell me that.
Hold on. I'm not saying it's not bringing anything to the table. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
You see, being the head, being the man is beyond finance. There is much, and there is more that finance will do in marriage. But there is little also that finance will do in marriage in some context. A man being the head is beyond finance because you need a man to lead you. Now, wherever in marriage, when you get married to a man, I don't care how large you're dreaming as a woman, the guy is taking you to where he's going. So if you are going with somebody, okay, let me give you an instance. For instance,
Okay.
a lady gets married to an extremely rich guy.
Okay.
That makes him a man, right? Because he can provide. But then you are locked up in the house for the rest of your life. How does that make you feel? You are not productive. Fine, you are eating well, you are feeding fine. You have access to all the money in the world. You have access to cars and all of those things. But then you are not productive. There is nothing special about your life again. All that is about your life is just in the house, cooking, sex, kids. That's all. So
That's full housewife.
Tolu,
It is if you accept to be a full housewife, you will be
I'm
that.
making a point.
Okay.
I'm not talking, this is not necessarily full housewife being, I'm making a point as regards how we are shifting the narrative from the two of them to just the guy.
No, we are not.
We are. Because if you can be, if you, hold on, if you can be,
Now you've said more than enough.
Okay.
I just feel that as a lady, you see our the conceptual way in Nigeria is that the guy is supposed to provide for the family. But now that we are moving into the modern world and things are mixing up with each other, now we have this mentality that okay, ladies cannot also be a full housewife. You two should bring something to the table. But now you're telling me that you as a guy that you are ready for marriage and you want to have a family of your own. Don't you know that it's the guy that is owning the family?
Yeah.
Do you think it's the lady?
the guy owns the family.
See, it takes more for a guy. See, listen, it takes more for a guy. I'm talking about globally. Do you understand? Forget the fact, see, there are ladies that they have open minds to this thing. For instance, now, I can actually be with a guy, but there's a keyword. Not that it should be earning like less of. You see, guys get so they easily adapt to things. You see, as a lady, if you keep providing for a guy, you do it continuously, you feel that okay, he's earning less, let me just carry up this burden. After all, it takes two to tango. We are married for better, for worse. If you keep doing this, if the guy is anymore, it takes a very matured guy and a very sensible guy to pick up that responsibility back. But for a lady, it is not difficult. So you are telling me that this is marriage, for crying out loud. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. You're not telling me that I should just go in there with
That's not the point.
With you
That's
closing your eyes.
Okay, what's
That's
not
not
your
the
point?
point.
Because you're saying it now that it has to be equal, that if the lady is earning less, if this
It can't be equal.
I'm not saying it has to be equal.
alright.
And hold on, why can't it be equal?
It can be equal. You
Hold
are
on.
getting it wrong.
Hold on.
But I'm letting you know
My
that
question
a
is-
guy should always own up to his decision. To his responsibility. Tell you that I want.
I think you are
Okay.
you are putting a context to what manhood is,
All right.
and you are putting a context to what providing for the family is. Now, a guy earning less does not mean that he will not provide for his family. Providing for your family.
How can you provide for your family when you are earning less?
I think you should allow me land.
Okay.
Now, this is it. You are earning 350,000. I'm earning
Okay.
200,000.
Okay.
Now, that me providing for the family is not dependent on how much I earn.
Yes.
It's dependent on my level of responsibility.
Okay.
So I could earn more and I choose to shun the family, or take my eyes off the family. So it's not necessarily about, although the amount you earn will give a context to how much you spend, to how you spend. You won't spend beyond your earning.
Okay.
But at the same time, providing for your family is dependent on your responsibility, depending on how much you are responsible as a man, or how much you choose to be responsible, not necessarily how much you are earning. That's my point. My point is, providing for your family is not dependent on how much you are earning.
Okay.
You get? So it could just mean that instead of me being able to get you a dress of 10,000, maybe I might get you a dress of 8,000. Just all those slight differences because of the amount I'm earning. But that I will not provide. No, that's not the point. So my point is that earning less is not a factor for provision, because we can argue this thing back and forth, but there are actually men who are very responsible, and despite how much they earn and how much they have, they don't provide.
Okay, wait. Let me chip this in. I have an example to this. Something happened. I heard about a story that the lady is earning more than the guy. In fact, the guy is not working at all, and he got married. So when they got married, after 3 months, this guy got a contract. And we are not talking about small money, like millions of dollars. He had to relocate all his family to Canada. So in this scenario now that I'm talking about, this story, looking at it, you're saying that you cannot move with somebody. I am not condemning your own perception, but you're saying that you cannot live or you cannot marry somebody that is earning less. And looking at this scenario, the one I just painted now, well,
like Kingston, right?
Yes.
That's my point.
What do you think?
Okay, for instance, let's say, because you see, I think the thing is, like I said, there's a problem with the definition of our context of love and marriage.
Okay.
Now, because if you get married to somebody, part of the reason is because he earns more than you. That is just for the time being. What if he can lose his job? Who the hell is he? Is he God? He can lose his job. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Guys, you're not getting me.
Hold on. Anything. 2020 was a shocker to everyone. A lot of high-ranking officials were laid off from work. You get, different scenarios in life can happen. But then, the fact that from time being he has been a responsible person is what would determine his response to that.
Like before marriage.
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that if the guy is earning less and I'm earning less, there is actually no way we can get married. But based on that video, I think that guy is just totally useless, because you are not a resource to that guy. It's not that your body is breathing money. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. So I don't want you to mix it up when I'm saying that if the guy is earning less and I'm earning less, I have a definition for my less. But I just feel that girl is totally useless, like the way the guy said it in the video, because it's not like you are breathing money. It's not that your fine face is bringing in money, and it's not like you can procreate on your own. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Anything you are doing, you need your partner. So you should not feel as if because he's getting married to you, that's enough.
I think the thing is she doesn't see meaning to her own life. She doesn't have anything she wants to achieve.
Yeah, she doesn't have a purpose. She doesn't have
it's actually very painful and annoying, because many men will fall into that trap. Why would they fall into that trap?
Men that wants to trap her. You understand what I'm trying to say?
So we don't want
because they feel that you want to be a full housewife, no problem.
It's just money.
My life outside this marriage, and I'm going to get you comfortable. So I just feel that she's not adding value to herself. She does not have a reason for living. She does not have a purpose. That's why you say that coming to marriage, you are enough for that marriage. Why would you be enough?
And I think it still goes back to what I said in the beginning. I said that we have a wrong definition. That's the first problem.
Yes,
but like there's a general wrong definition of this love and marriage. In fact, it questions the love. Now, what's the love like? Does she actually love the person?
She's what he has.
She's okay to get married or be with anyone so long he can, make her a lady of leisure, like she said.
Yes. Well, God, I don't even know how women. I don't really women that think like this.
The funny thing is.
Wait, don't put like this.
It's your gender now.
Yes, fine, it is. But we have guys that are like that too now. So you cannot just maybe generalize.
Just for the money.
I'm not generalizing, but this is your gender.
But this your gender is like there's another meaning to.
Doesn't you know that there are some people that they won't say anything bad in what she has done?
Definitely.
Some guys, right?
Yes.
Even
like, and they don't know that they want to trap her.
So anyways, guys, please do not forget to like, share and comment. Do not forget to like, share and comment. I remain Kilashoyin Damola. You can follow me on Facebook, Kilashoyin Damola, on Instagram, Damola Posh, and on Twitter, Kilashoyin Damola.
Yes, I'm Tolokwe Kadri. On Instagram, I'm Kunle Baby, and on Twitter, I'm Kunle Baby. On Facebook, Kadri Tolokwe. Share this video.
Yeah, so
what's the device?
Feel the voice.
On Facebook, Ogunlewe Adekunle. Instagram also Ogunlewe Adekunle. Then Twitter is Ogunlewe Enoch. Yes. That's it.
Enoch, like.
So why are you now putting Enoch in the other
So please, Kunle, don't ever go for that kind of. I know you won't, but don't even fall into that trap.
I cannot even fall in it. I
Exactly.
cannot fall.
And if I have a friend, I'll tell her not to fall in.
I cannot fall.
Oh my God, that girl is just totally.
She can't even be my friend.